Theater posters are by definition ephemeral. One of the few that has endured is Lautrec's famous image of a Moulin Rouge dancer, Jane Avril, whose high-kicking can-can is seen from the perspective of a double bass player. That is a rare example of the poster as a durable work of art. But, if most of them fade with the productions they are designed to promote, they are still worth preserving, and the National Theatre has made a fascinating selection from the 1,700 posters in its archive. A handful are on display in an exhibition at the Olivier Theatre's Wolfson Gallery. An even larger collection can be found in a magnificent book, National Theatre Posters, in which Rick Poynter traces their design history. Having seen the bulk of the National's shows over 5.5 decades, I found Poynter's selection evoked many memories. Looking at the poster for a 1967 version of Strindberg's The Dance of Death, the photo of Laurence Olivier doing a boyar's dance, with hand on hip and left leg feverishly outflung, instantly brought back the manic exhilaration of one of his late, great performances. From more recent times, the shot of a quietly rapturous Helen McCrory in Radigan's The Deep Blue Sea, or of Lucien Miss Amateu's a murderously pensive Salieri in Schaffer's Amadeus trigger instant memories of the productions. The Dance of Death poster, designed by Ken Briggs, photo by Zoe Dominic. At other times, it's the arresting graphics themselves that matter. I've largely forgotten the 1977 production of Johnson's Volpone. What remains is the astonishing image, designed by Richard Byrd and Michael Mayhew and adapted from an illuminated medieval manuscript, of a fox with spiky white teeth and snaking red tongue. It is somehow perfectly captures the vulpine predatoriness of Johnson's hero. Similarly, a beautifully reproduced Picasso drawing of Don Quixote and Sancho Panza, in which character is evoked through elliptical strokes of the pen, outlives my hazy recollection of a 1982 staging of the Cervantes novel. Sometimes memories of a show coalesce with admiration for the artwork. You could hardly have a better summation of Warhorse than the poster showing silhouetted soldiers marching to war under a sympathetic, tear-flecked equine eye. What is striking about NT posters is the mix of continuity and change. Since the National began operations at the Old Vic in 1963, there has been only a handful of poster designers, and one of those, Michael Mayhew, was in charge from 1976 to 2009. But, while the quality has been consistent, there have been shifts of emphasis, as Poynter points out, from typography under the pioneering Ken Briggs, to illustrative images under Richard Byrd and then photography under Mayhew. Murderously pensive, Lucien Miss Amateu's Salieri in the Amadeus poster photograph. I also noticed one recent and more controversial change. For the bulk of its history, NT posters were not only there to promote the production and provide a visual clue to its content, they were also vital sources of information telling you who wrote the show, who was in it, and who were the key creatives. Today all that has gone, and I think it's a pity. I understand the need to sell the NT brand, but I'd have thought that people were more, rather than less, likely to go and see a production if they knew who had made it and who was in the cast. That cavil aside, I'd strongly recommend both a book and an exhibition, reminding us that, while the play's the thing, it's the poster that often imprints it on the public's imagination.